Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. So I teased this video on my Instagram story and I asked you guys if you knew what the house was just by this picture, and so many of you guys guessed it. So if you haven't seen this show yet, it's on Amazon Prime. It's called The Summer I Turned Pretty, and it came out about a month ago, I think, and it went absolutely viral. Everyone loves it. It's such a good show. I don't want to give away any spoilers or anything, but basically there's these two families that go to the same summer home every single summer and spend the entire time there, and it's Belly and her brother and her mom, and then there's two boys, Conrad and Jeremiah, and their mom. So there's so many shots of this house throughout the show, especially the backyard, which you will see if you've seen the show. It's iconic. So I decided to recreate it. However, I'll show you guys the front. If you have watched the show, you know that they only show the front like maybe 2 or 3 times. So I actually had to do some digging, and I would like to preface, I know that this is a person's actual house. It's not just a set for the TV show. So all that being said, just respect the owners of this home. Maybe don't go digging. Maybe this was a bad idea, but what's done is done. I ended up finding the address to the house, and I basically used realtor websites and Google Maps to create like the main parts of the house. I did, however, make a mistake, which I will go over. You'll be able to tell I didn't line up the front and the back of the house exactly correct. So the inside is off by about 4 or 5 squares, and you'll see where the discrepancies are and where and like how I ended up making it up. So I deleted a wall right here. Hold on, let me fix that. Okay, I have no idea what happened there, but I fixed that. Sorry if you noticed that earlier. So yeah, when we get to the inside, I will show you exactly what I mean by that. It's not a huge difference, but I do want to note that early on. Now, as for the front of the house, this is what it looks like. So another thing that I'm not entirely positive if this house actually has is this little centerpiece right here, because the house that I found on Zillow, I think, and Google Maps had this piece here, but they did a lot of renovations on this house, I guess after the current owners bought it. I doubt they really made any changes for the actual show, but the owners did add a lot of their personal touch from when the last pictures of the house were taken. So if it's not exact, I'm sorry, but if I don't know, you probably don't know either, so it doesn't really matter. So over here we have a detached garage, and inside I actually have the 3 of their cars. If you look at my money, I definitely did not have enough to be spending on cars that are literally inside of the garage. You know what, let me add them to the front of the house so it actually looks like they have a purpose. Their car, like here. So that, if you weren't aware, is the boys' Jeep. I'm pretty sure it's Jeremiah and Conrad's. And then right here we have, this was supposed to be the Tesla. This was the closest car that I could get, but I think this is Susannah's car. This is Belly and her mom's little Volvo, I want to say it was. So here we go. Now we have the 3 cars in the driveway. So like I said, this is Belly and her mom's Volvo. This is the Tesla, that's Susannah's, and then the boys' red Jeep. So because of copyright reasons, Amazon Prime makes it so you can't actually screen record or take any screenshots of the show as you're watching it. So I wasn't able to do that to get any comparisons for you guys, but I found images on like Google and Pinterest that I'm gonna use to compare for you guys. So I think the best comparison that you'll be able to get for yourself is to just watch the show, and if you've already seen it, like recognize the things that you remember from the show. But I will do my best to insert reference pictures. I will also try to insert timestamps from when I was watching the show and found different areas, so that you can go back and look for yourself if you want to. So this little area right here, for example, I was able to recreate when I saw, I don't want to give any spoilers, but basically when Steven was looking for Shayla on the 4th of July, he walked through this little area and the girls were over here. So I found this area attached to the garage. To be honest, I have no idea what it's supposed to lead to. They don't show it at any other point in the show except for like I think one other time. So it actually is completely unusable. It's just for looks, but I'm assuming it's like some sort of storage situation. I assume you would come up here and then be able to like go in the attic up here or something. I don't know, but of course with how Bloxburg roofs are, you can't actually go inside that roof. I don't know why that's doing that. So yeah, this is completely unusable, but maybe if you, I don't know if anyone would want to recreate this. I do want to tell you guys, I think I spent a solid 3 days making this. I basically rewatched the entire show trying to find all of the angles of every single room that I possibly could to try and recreate it to the best of my ability. So it took a really long time. That being said, I did not record a speed build because I went back to different rooms every time I saw a new angle. I had to delete things, I moved things around, I changed colors, I made additions to the house. There was just a lot going on, and like I said, it took me like 3 solid days to do this. It's also very expensive. I spent $680,000 according to the value, so I spent a lot of money having to delete things, messing up. So if you want to go ahead and recreate this for yourself, at the end I will go through and like show you the dimensions and try my best to walk you through everything. I've been talking for like 10 minutes, so let's just get into this. So over here we have the entranceway. This area you can see in the beginning of the show, and I think a couple other times when the boys grab Belly and take her to the pool. In the very first episode, they go through this thing. It's supposed to be like covered in flowers and stuff, but that's not really possible. Well, maybe it is, but I was just lazy. And then here we have the front of the house. So this roof is completely custom. It's not actually a pre-made roof. As you can tell, I kind of got lazy and just decided to not fix up this spot right here because it was being really annoying. It'd probably be easy to fix that, but I just didn't. These are obviously fake windows because you can actually put windows on it. This is the front door. There are little seating areas over here. You don't really get to see them, so I didn't spend that much time on them. But let's go inside. So immediately you can see it's a very interesting wall pattern. So the wallpaper that they use in the show definitely looks a little bit nicer than this, but it's the same color, the same general idea. So, and then you have the staircase. I'm not sure why this is like this, but in the show, at least I noticed that they kind of like ended the wallpaper off and it was just that color, so that's what I did. But yeah, here is the entranceway. So the first thing you might be noticing is that this is supposed to be the living room. So the way that I messed up is that this door was actually supposed to lead you directly to this door over here. So these were supposed to be shifted this way, and then this door was supposed to be the one that you see when you walk in, which meant the couch should be right here, TV should be right here. But unfortunately I messed that up and I accidentally lined it up with this door instead. So that's what I mean when I said that the entire house is off about 5 blocks, I think is what this is. So I did have to make up in different areas where that mess up occurred. So this isn't exactly how it looks in the show, but it is the same general idea. So to your right, this is one of the rooms that got messed up. So this is supposed to be the dining room. So you can see it's just a pink room with lots of random decorations around. I decorated it with a bunch of candles, as you can see over here, because on Belly's birthday, they had a bunch of candles. This is where they had her dinner. The room isn't supposed to exactly be shaped like this. It's supposed to actually extend behind the kitchen. So there should be 2 doors to the kitchen, one right here and one right here. But again, my mess up. So this is the entrance, kind of tight. This is the entrance to the kitchen. So as you can see, this is probably the most iconic room of the house. This is where they have most of their free time. The wall color is a little bit off. It's supposed to be more of like a blue, green, teal color, but this is the closest that Bloxburg offered, so that is what I went with. Over here we have the shelf, cork board. There's some wicker baskets on top of this built-in fridge. And then over here we have the stove. I made a custom little hood vent thing up here because the other ones weren't exactly fitting, and there's some plates on top. And then over here we have the sink area, which I know that I have a reference picture for, so you guys can see that. I didn't finish filling in this part, that's actually my bad. And then over here I also have a custom shelf to try and match the real shelf as much as possible. And then over here are actually stairs that lead to nothing because I did mess up. Like I said, it didn't actually line up with anything on top, so it's just unusable. Back here, again, this is supposed to be another entrance to the dining room, which is supposed to be directly behind this, but I just turned it into a little pantry, and the only thing over here is cereal. If you watch the show, you know why that's cereal. And then over here we have just a little mud room, which was very difficult to kind of like make exact, but there's towels hanging on the wall and some little hats. And then over here we have one exit, and then we have another one right here. And then here we have the island. We have a birthday cake for Belly. And then we have a bowl of cereal once again. Well, not technically a bowl of cereal, but ingredients to make a bowl of cereal. And yeah, this is a overview of the kitchen. Over here we have the dining table, which they use quite often. There's just a bunch of plants over here, and it looks out to the infinity pool and the beach. So going into here, we have the living room. There's really not a lot of views of this at all, so I just made everything as close as possible. And again, because of my mess up, it's not entirely the right size, but for the most part, this is what it looks like. And we will go out in the backyard after I finish the house. So let's keep walking. We have this little area, which isn't supposed to be here, but I may do. Over here, they covered these doors for some reason with this little table. And so I filled it with just a couple pictures I found from Pinterest. But we keep walking back here, and this is where you see the boys playing video games. They opened up Belly's presents over here. So once again, I feel like this is the last time I'm gonna say this. It's not exactly correct, but I made it to the best of my ability. Over here we have some more pictures. They are some repeats because I just genuinely didn't get enough. A lot of my pictures weren't actually approved by Roblox, which was interesting, but yeah. So over here I have a little cameo to the show. It's just a little poster. And then this is a super cute, I love how this looks, but just like a bay window seat. And then here I have a very poorly photoshopped sailboat, which I was supposed to fix, and then I forgot until just now. So if we look from far away, it looks fine, but they had a little sailboat sitting up there, so I wanted to recreate that. And yeah, this is that room. I wish there was a chess table. I don't think there is. I might be wrong, but I don't think there was a chess table. I looked for it. But we can see in one of the flashback scenes, the boys are over here playing chess, and Belly's over here dancing. So I'm not sure where the office is in this house, but there is a scene where we can see Belly's mom trying to write, and she is in an office. So I kind of recreated it in this little room over here. Yeah, so there's really not a lot of angles of it, but that is what this room is. And then right here, I just decided to add a little bathroom. There's not much to it. It's just a very simple bathroom. Should we go upstairs or outside? Let's go upstairs. We'll do outside last. So once again, the entryway. And then we go upstairs. Now there's absolutely no view of the hallways up here, so I really just did something random. Here I just put like a little desk area. It was just an empty little nook, so I decided to put that there. And then right here we have Susannah's bedroom, which we see a couple times. It's really pretty, really cute. This is generally what it looks like. The front door to her bedroom is supposed to be like right here. It's supposed to be on the side where her bed is, but it doesn't really matter. I'm also very confused by where her bedroom is in this house because she has the bay window in her actual room. But the only 2 bay windows that I knew that were in the house was the one downstairs, which is where that second living room is that we were just in, and then the one on the other side where the dining table is. So I was very confused about why she had bay windows. So I'm assuming there was some part of the side of the house that we never got to see. That is where her actual room might be. Very confusing. Her room is really cute. I love it. She has the seating area over here, her mirror, and then fireplace. I don't think she has a TV, but I added one. Over here I decided to put a bathroom. It's a very simple, just master bathroom. And then right here we have a shower. Little random seating area over here because it was empty and I wasn't able to fit a bedroom in here. But right here we have Belly's room, which she doesn't have a lot of super great angles, but she has a very crazy blue wallpaper, and so that's what I tried to fit in here. Here is her little stuffed animal. I forget what the name is. So she keeps it on her bed, around her bed, whatever. And her room is very messy in a couple of the shots that we see, so I just kind of put a bunch of clothes on the floor. Also, every single window in here is fake. It actually leads up to another wall. Yeah, oops. She has this painting on her wall, which is apparently, I read, one of Susannah's paintings. Apparently they have them all over the house. This room is her closet right here. And then we go out here and we get to Conrad's room, which is the only other room that I actually recreated because you don't see Jeremiah's room. There is a little clip of the guest room, but I couldn't actually really fit that in here. And then you don't see Steven's room, I don't think, so I did not include those. But this is his room. So once again, I'm assuming these are Susannah's paintings, but this is a random one I found online. His bed, he has these flags on the wall over here. And then we have his desk, which doesn't really have much on it. I'm also not sure what this poster was, but all I saw was a red lightning bolt on a black paper, so that's what I did. And then there's a couple trophies throughout the room because of his sailing trophies. And over here, I actually recreated one of them. You can't really see, but it says Conrad Fisher, keep on sailing. Keep sailing. I don't know what it says. I can't read it. And then here is his little knot award thing. And then I just have little random knickknacks. I ended up putting just little closets in these, so they're the same. And then back here we have the last room that I actually recreated, which is I didn't actually recreate this. I just added a little bathroom. Super simple. As you can see, I ran out of money. So, yeah. This room can be anything if you decide to recreate this, but I, once again, just didn't end up adding anything to it. But out here you can see we have a little overview of the back of the house. The beach looks kind of funny, but you know Bloxburg, I did what I could. So let's go outside. This is the door in the house that they use to go outside. So we have a little seating area up here, which is never really shown except for like a couple times for a split second. They have a grill over here, a bunch of plants. It's kind of dark because of where the sun is. Actually, it's really dark. I'm gonna go into another view and make it brighter. Okay, I moved to a different plot so the sun was in a slightly different spot. But over here we can see the infinity pool, which is not real water because of the way that basements work. I wouldn't be able to make an infinity pool because you need 2 squares of non-pooled flooring before you can place a basement. So I just made it fake water, unfortunately. It's just a table and a cooler that they had for the 4th of July. I put a volleyball net in the pool because of when we see them playing volleyball. I'm not sure if this is always up. I don't think so. And then over here I have Belly's painting that Susannah made of her. And then I have the lawn chairs. And then going over here, there's just a couple more chairs. And then right here, I'm not sure what this leads to, but I ended up just making a really small home gym. Literally super small. There's not much to it just because I had this space and I just made that. And then over here you can see this is the area. I put a soccer ball, but this is where you see, I accidentally just had a spoiler. Okay, this is where Conrad and Jeremiah played football one time. And then over here it just leads to the front of the house. So I'm not gonna lie, I didn't make a way to get down here safely. Yeah, so you kind of just have to parkour a little bit to get down here. Over here we have the dock. I think they kept playing around with the configuration down here, so I kind of just did what it looks like on the 4th of July. So they just had the bench over here, some chairs, and then I know that there's a bench over here as well. And then right here is like the boat dock. Again, because of space, it's a little bit small, but yeah. Of course, it is a little bit closer than it is in real life just because of space. So this is supposed to be like 5 times this length. But yeah, you look up and there is the house. It's very bright because of the sun. I love how this little area came out. I love the infinity pool. I just wish it could be real, but that's okay. Also, this is a different texture because I kind of wanted to make it like the sky and then this is the water. I don't know, whatever. Let's go back up here. I put this path here, I don't know why, but I did. But if you come over here, there's an entrance right here as well where the seats are. But over here is the shower that we see Conrad using, wink wink. These are supposed to be surfboards. They also have like a couple boogie boards down here, but these just look so funny. I did not want to keep doing it, but that's what that is. This opens and closes. And here is the entrance into this little mudroom once again. And then you go through the front of the house and it leads back out here. I hope you guys liked this build. I did it to the best of my ability, like I've been saying. I think it turned out really cute. It's obviously very, very similar. Not perfect, but it's really hard to make recreations in Bloxburg and have them be absolutely perfect. For the most part, I think it looks really, really similar and I'm really proud of it. I really loved this show, and if you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend that you do. It's such a good show. It's so cute, especially if you're in summer break as well, just sitting at home. I think it's so cute. It's such a good watch. I think I watched it in one night and then the next morning I finished it so quickly, but I clearly liked it enough to remake this house. So yeah, that is the house. I will go ahead and walk you through a little bit of the layout really quickly, but again, I don't know if I recommend that you recreate it, but if you're up for the challenge, definitely go for it. Okay, so here we are in build mode. I just want you guys to be able to see what the dimensions are, so you can get like a quick overview that way. Here is the garage. Again, this doesn't lead to anything. So again, these windows are fake. I just put a little bit of a trim on them. These are the structured beams. These are just little wedges. I put a horizontal plank right here, the structure ones, and then I put these on top. There's also a corner one right here. Once again, here's a little overview. This is the front of the house. So here is the layout of the house. It is very, very large. If you're up for kind of doing a little bit of solo reconstructing, this door right here is supposed to be in line with this door. This wall right here is technically supposed to be shifted over here. Otherwise, it doesn't really make a huge difference, I don't think anyway. Here's the entryway, office. There's a little bit of dead space right here. I just realized how crooked this is. There is also supposed to be those beams that you see over here in this room. I just kind of got lazy and ran out of money. But I think that would make a huge difference if you did that, to be honest. Okay, and then lastly we have the upstairs right here. And also, the roofs that are custom are these ones right here, which you see are not disappearing. I had to use wedges and then like a couple individual pieces to make these right here. And once again, the same wedge situation is on all of the sides of the roofs. These two up here as well are custom, just because of me wanting to be able to utilize as much of the upstairs space as I possibly could. This right here was a little complicated to try and do. These are pieces that are sitting on top of these roofing pieces. Like, it was kind of hard to get everything to line up exactly, which is why it looks a little funny. And especially over here, you can see how many little pieces I had to use here. I just want to give you all the different angles of the house with the grid in case you were trying to recreate it, and because I didn't do a speed build, it might be kind of difficult, but yeah, here we go. This is again custom. These are just cubes and then custom stairs as well. And then this little area right here is also the cubes and then custom stairs. Okay, so that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun making it, like I said. It did take a really long time, but I love the show and it was so much fun to go through and look at all the different details in the house that I didn't notice before. Yeah, like I said, I recommend watching it. This was such a good show. And if you have seen it, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and you kind of got a little bit of nostalgia seeing me recreate the house. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not already, please like the video, subscribe. All of my social medias are down below. I'm trying to get back into making videos again. Yeah, bye!